Hey guys, Clumsy here, and welcome back to Fernbus Reloaded. I have something new for everybody. So a couple of people have been requesting before to check out the other buses, and thankfully I have them now. So if you go and look, well, in the controls, I have the Neoplan Skyliner as well as the Comfort Class HD as well. In this episode, we'll be checking out the Neoplan Skyliner and we'll be taking a real route that Fern buses actually take. I'm not sure which ones though. If you remember, this original tab here allows us to simulate real routes from the real bus company. Now, we did in the previous episode end up in Erfurt over here, and I know it's been just a couple of days since the last episode, but I was so excited to get the new buses that I wanted to share it with you guys. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm not really familiar how the new buses, the new coaches work, so we'll have to figure it out together. So there might be a bit of time for exploration and fiddling around with the buttons and stuff, right? Now, is there something that's coming from Erfurt? No, there is not. All right, that's fine. We can go and pick something a bit different. Braunschweig, Leipzig. How do you say that in German? Munchen? I guess Munchen. Freiburg. Wow, that's quite long. I guess. I don't want to repeat where we were before, like in Berlin. So maybe I pick Essen. That's coming from. Wow, that's a very long job. That will actually take us to. Wow, that will actually take us to different cities going from north to west. You know what? I changed my mind because it's too long. And I guess it would be nice first to get to know the buses before we actually do very long trips. So we'll take a fictional route again, a shorter one. Let's get used to the bus, to the coach, and then when we're used to it, let's do a long route. Yeah. Because I want to do Neoplan Skyliner today, Comfort Class on the next episode, and then change up. But if we take a long route, then it will mean like 2 or 3 episodes in one route, so we won't be able to change coaches. Yeah, so let's do this. Route number is 6. We start in Erfurt, and we move more to the west, I guess. We can go to Frankfurt, although we've been there before in the old series before the Reloaded. So I guess let's go to Kassel. That's going to be 226 kilometers. And let's go to Paderborn. It's going to be 325 kilometers all in all. Yeah, to have multiple stops at least. Yeah, Erfurt to Paderborn. That sounds good. That looks good. And the route takes us across the Autobahns and the smaller roads. That's going to be an interesting drive. Alright, that's good. It's good. 4 hours. Save that. I'm good with that route. That's episode 6. And now we have, let's say, Neoplan Skyliner. Yeah, let's go with this today. It's a bit dark. Let's say, what time do we want? Let's say that's the... It's going to be 4 hours. Do we want to be sunset or not? No, I guess let's make it 10 a.m. Yeah, fully morning and everything. Actually pretty nice, huh? That's beautiful. The Comfort Class is this one. It's a bit smaller. S515 HD. S516 HD. The difference is the axle at the back, I guess, among other things, if there are any. There's also 516/2, which is, I think, a longer bus. A bit. There's even a 517. Wow. Okay, what's the difference? I have no clue. You guys let me know, right? But we'll try this out and okay, it gets longer and longer. Alright, you guys let me know which one you want to take, which coach you want to take for the next episode. But for now, we're going with the Neoplan Skyliner, the double deck bus. Let's customize it. Oh, that looks pretty nice. I like that. FlixBus Einfach Busfahren. in cooperation with Fernbus. That is actually super clean, blue and orange. I love that. Okay, mine Fernbus. I'll take this one. That looks so good. All right. Visibility is good. Is that snow? Why do we have snow there? Interesting. Dynamic. Do we want it to be raining? Like so. Do we want it to be cloudy? Let's make it dynamic. Let's let the game decide. Good. Let's get going. Super excited. This is the first time I'm going to check out the bus. I just set up the controls in the background just so it would have the same controls as the MAN coach. It's a bit of an interesting way to customize the controls. It's not by default that you have just a fixed amount, a fixed set of controls. You can customize it per coach. Looks pretty fancy indeed. Can you open that? Not really. Where's the thing? Left luggage. Oh, that one. Oh, nice sounds on this one. Cool. Okay, very different layout. This one. All right, let's go and check which ones we can open. Open the luggage. Oh, that's actually for real. That's luggage. That looks like a door to me. Yeah, that's a door. This is the luggage. And there you go. And that one, through and through. Okay, nice. There are actually 3 doors in this one: middle, front, and rear, which we just opened. Let's open that. Now, is there any way to close these guys from inside? I don't think so, huh? The hydraulics. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Let's go and close it off. Good. Yeah, that looks amazing. Right, ready to go inside. Wow, suddenly ambient sounds. Even from outside now. Maybe he forgot to load it, and when I entered, he remembered, oh, there has to be some noise as well. Okay, close the door. Check out the coach. As I mentioned, this is the first time I'm seeing it, so we'll be exploring it together, right? It's nice. There's even a table in here. The seats look really comfy. Looks pretty luxurious. There's a sink here. Going to the second floor here, there's a toilet. Now there is the toilet clearance now. That works now. I mean, that makes sense now. In the MAN, there wasn't a toilet, so it didn't make much sense to have it on. Oh, that's us. Hello. This is pretty nice. Okay, man, that must be cool to sit in here, especially in front, like in here. That would be a nice ride, like in here. Oh, we can't simulate it. Okay, good. Let's go down from here. There are 2 staircases. Good. Now let's get into the cab. Oh, achievement unlocked, Neoplan Skyliner. Very interesting layout. Quite different. Let's turn on the destination. Paderborn. Yeah, that's where we're going. Turn on the engine. Oh, very different engine sound. Still quite weak though. Okay, the window isn't working. Oh, okay, very different window. Okay, I like that. I wonder how you can open that. I mean, you can't. Can you like use your mouse or something? Where's my mouse anyway? There we go. So we can check out the different views. Right, cruise control. What's an NAV? Navigation? This is the window shade. Oh, that's cool. You might need that later on. Destination display. Yeah, we already have that, I believe. Driver's light, windscreening. What is this? Okay, nothing else here. this one. You can check the passengers out, like here. Nice. I think I have a wrong key setup though. Yeah, I think I have a wrong key setup. Alright. So there is no way to because the window doesn't have an electronic button. So thankfully there are keys mapped to it. I'm trying to balance the sound of the engine versus the sound of the indicators, because if I open it wide like this, for some reason the indicators have zero volume now. You can't hear them at all. So there is a right balance as with the MEN. Okay, I think that's the one. Good. Alright. Now in terms of seating, do we want to lower ourselves? This is one of the new updates in the beta. Do you want to move away a bit like that? I guess we would want it to be a bit close so we can see the radar better. I think I'd want to look down a bit though. Wait a minute, where the heck is the rear view mirror? Wait a minute, where is it? Oh, it's over there. It's a bit awkward. I have to look there just to see, but fine. Okay, looks good. Force feedback is set. And let me just tweak some settings, alright? Because in the controls, if I look at the Neoplan Skyliner, the switch camera is this one. I think I'd want this to be this one instead. Remove that, and this one, where was it? There was a... one sec, guys, huh? That one, remove that, and there is the cockpit and outer. Set that as that, and assign it. This is nice. You can copy the input to all other buses. So you can have an option of having it the same, or just or having it different for each of the coaches we have. Good. Okay, so we were expected 10:02. We have like 10 minutes. That's fine. Good. You can go and check it out. Beautiful. Love the colors. Now we'll see. Let me try and steer this. Okay, so as expected, the rear axle is a steering axle as well. You can see it moving on the opposite side. That's where I'm steering my front axle. Yeah, that should help a bit with the steering. And the force feedback is working its magic. Beautiful. Right, so let's go with... what is that? I clicked something. Turn the air conditioning on. This looks like the same HUD from the MEN. Increase the fan a bit. These guys, I don't know if that has any use. Okay, I think we're good for now. There's the radio still as well. I have to check with the publishers or the developers if it's safe to open the music here, if it's copyright free, because I don't want my videos getting tagged or anything like that. Okay, good. Shift, loosen the parking brake, and we are set. So where are we going? To the left. Okay, good. So let me know what you think about this bus and how you like it versus the MEN. I do like the sound effects of that gate. Pretty realistic. I wish the engine sound was as loud as that. So after this guy, we should be able to go. This guy, I don't think will let us pass. Oh, he is. Or he's not, okay. He's a bit undecided. Alright, how about you? Thank you. This is just like ETS2, huh? With the fickle-minded AI. Alright, I can hear the engine. I can definitely hear the engine. I can open my lights as well. I can't remember if in Germany it's required, it's by law, that you have to always open your headlights. In some European countries it's like that. Or if you have DRLs, I think it's good enough. But in Germany, I forgot. So if you guys are familiar with the law in Germany, let me know, okay? So we can simulate real life as much as possible. Now let me also be very aware of the speed limit. I guess it's 50 here because it's a city limit. Yeah, it looks like 50. Let's just go straight from here. Oh, thank you. I thought we were going to catch a red light or something like that. This is actually a very nice city, huh? Erfurt. A large city at that. Very cool looking. You know the only advantage of these stoplights? They are good photo opportunities, although just turned green. We're very lucky today. Doesn't happen very often. Yeah, but you can see the modeling of the city, how it was made, how the scenery is. The buildings are nice. What I like in particular is the varying elevation. Like it's not just like a flat grid. It goes up and down and curves left and right. So it's very detailed. I like it. There you go. Why we haven't heard the retarder yet. We'll check it out in a bit. Let's take a photo like, I guess like that would be nice. And we'll try and take again later. Wait a minute, I can't see the stoplight. So this map has the same problem though as the one in ETS2. You don't have a lamppost at the other side of the street. So if you're here at the edge, you can't see the traffic light anymore because there is no traffic light there. I would have expected that kind of setup, so you don't have to like go in third person just to see the traffic light. But then again, there is that there's that light there at the lower part, so maybe that's good enough. And I'm not sure if in Germany if it's really like that, or there should be a traffic light at the opposite end here. The force feedback itself, as you might know, is a new feature in the latest beta. And it's a good start, but I don't think it's quite perfect yet. I think it has a lot of room for improvement. Because right now, I'm not feeling any sensation at all. Like, when the bus was not moving, then it was definitely there, I can feel it. But now, there's absolutely nothing. So it's a bit weird. Like, look at that. I can't see the traffic light anymore. Yeah, how do I know if we're go or not? Because there's nothing there on the opposite side. And yeah, we're actually go already. Thank you. Try not to hit the aisles, please. Thank you. Right, you go left and then left. Actually, the GPS, I think they improved. Look how crisp that looks now. Or is it because of this bus? Maybe this bus has crisper, better texture GPSs. Maybe. Yeah, but it's not very friendly for traffic lights. Because it's, I guess because there's a low, how do you say, headroom. Because there's a second floor. So you can't have very nice visibility of the things above you. And so that highlights very well the incompleteness of the traffic light. Because you can't see it if you're on the edge. Okay, I hope I'm going the right way here. This looks quite familiar. I don't know, this kind of layout, it seems like we've driven something like this before. That's a stop, I think. Yeah, but I think it's on the opposite side, so we have to go around. Yeah, I remember this exact spot. This is like the same layout as in... Was it Dresden? No, not Dresden. Dresden was the quick one. Maybe Leipzig. If you guys remember, let me know in the comment section if you remember which city had this exact layout. I remember this. Turning right, looping around, and then having the bus stop there. Yeah, there we go. There's the Busbahnhof. Yeah, I remember this exact one. But I'm sure this was not the exact one. It's the same layout from a different city. Because we haven't come from here before. Now with the Neoplan Skyliner, I'm expecting a lot more passengers. Because there is more space. So that might require a bit more check-in time. Let's go handbrake. Let's put it to neutral. I'm not going to turn off the lights anymore. Let's go. Morgan. Guten Tag. Let me open the compartments first. Oh, look at that. Why are you guys putting your bags already when I haven't checked you in yet? You guys are too excited. Oh, wait a minute. It's kind of hard to click how to open it. Oh, because it's this one. Okay, I get it now. My bad. Alright, let's open all the doors. Alright, so let's check you guys in.
Hallo, mein Ticket.
Hello.
Vielen Dank.
Good.
Mahlzeit, mein Ticket. Danke. Guten Tag, Sie wollt Ihr Freund.
Was that the voice of a real old lady? Was that
Guten
like a
Tag,
guy?
kann ich bei Ihnen ein Ticket kaufen?
A guy that is pretending to be old. Paderborn. That's where we're going, right? Check. Let's see.
Cool.
Cool. Indeed.
Ciao, Sie wollen bestimmt
Ciao.
ein Ticket sehen. Cool. Hallo, das Ticket. Ciao.
Do the Germans use ciao?
Hello, bitte sehr.
Thought it was an Italian thing.
Danke.
Moin, ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig. Ihr Freund.
Oh,
Grüezi, bitte sehr. Dankeschön.
Dankeschön.
Grüezi, bin ich hier richtig? Jetzt wäre ich fast in den falschen Bus
Aha.
eingestiegen.
Salü, ich hoffe, ich bin auf geht's.
An impostor.
Hallo, hier ist mein Ticket. Dankeschön. Hallo, mein Ticket.
Oh, they actually sound the same, huh?
Ciao, Sie wollen bestimmt mein Ticket sehen. Auf geht's.
Good. Are we good? Do a quick check. So if I look here, 13 people leaving at 10:02. Actually, we're just in time. Everybody's checked in. We're good. Let's go inside. Get ready. Let's go and do a quick check of these people. Wow, deluxe mode. You guys seem to be a little bit cozy in there. Are you guys fine? Okay, lady here. Cool. Alright, seems like there's a lot of space. Everybody happy. No one wanted the best seat in the house in front. They probably don't have much confidence in my driving. Okay, let's close the doors. Where's the middle door? How do you even close that there? I don't want to leave with that in. Lock doors? No, there is no button for it. Interestingly enough, I would have expected 3 doors there. Okay, I have to close that manually. Oh, wait a minute. I can't close that from here? Alright, this makes us late now. Crap. That's fine, that's fine. Oh, that's only for the baggage. Okay, that is indeed for luggage still. I haven't closed this yet. My bad. Okay, so those are all for luggages. Nice. Right, good. So there are just 2 doors. My bad. I said 3 doors a while ago. Okay, let's go. Close that. Open the additional batteries. Wi-Fi, kitchen. Oh, there you go. That opens now. Water closet. Reading light. Passenger light downstairs. Passenger light upstairs. Passenger monitor on and everything set. Display the announcement.
Hallo und herzlich willkommen
Let's
bei FlixBus.
announce that we're going 10:02. Oh, actually, we're just in time. Start ride. Beautiful. Oh, that's perfect.
Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam
Super realistic.
unser heutiges Reiseziel
Keep going, guys.
ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig in Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise.
What is that?
Auch bei uns
Water
im
closet,
Bus
okay.
gilt die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht. Bitte schnallt euch deshalb
Actually, the
während
dashboard
der
is the
gesamten
same
Fahrt an.
as the MEN.
In
I think
den
only the
Sitztaschen
steering wheel was
vor euch
changed.
findet ihr
Mostly.
unsere Bordkarte mit weiteren Sicherheitshinweisen und Infos zu unserem Snack- und Getränkeangebot.
Good.
Eine Toilette befindet sich im hinteren Einstiegsbereich.
The bus feels a bit light.
Wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN.
I guess I would need a stronger force feedback. But when we reach the Autobahn, it's going to be pretty intense. So I'm not going to increase it.
Sollte euer Akku zur Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer Sitze sind mit
Hey, I had right of way there. I had right of way. Look at that diamond.
Diese Fahrt auch gleich mobil
The heck is with this AI?
und euch einfach
Yeah, the
unsere
AI
App
still needs a bit of work,
von exklusiven
but
Online-Angeboten.
yeah, we have to play defensive
Auf
driving.
FlixBus.de
When I looked left though, I
stehen
didn't see
täglich
anybody.
aktuell alle
To be honest.
Infos und Städteverbindungen für euch bereit.
Okay, now we're
Natürlich wollen wir unseren Service
now we don't
ständig
have right
weiter
of way,
verbessern.
so
Für
now I'll take a
Feedback
better
zu
look.
eurer Fahrt nutzt bitte den
That should be
Fragebogen,
good.
den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken. Wir
Misaligned
danken für eure Aufmerksamkeit
lines.
und wünschen eine entspannte Fahrt und viel Spaß an Bord bei FlixBus.
Go left. Hello.
and welcome to
Just a little
FlixBus.
bit more and I'll memorize this
Glad to have
already.
you on board
This
and
passenger
happy
announcement. Let's go outside, take a photo. That looks pretty nice. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Bus number 6 going from where are we going? Airport to Paderborn via Kassel. So it's Airport, Kassel, and then Paderborn, I believe.
and details of our snacks and beverages. There's
So
a
this might be a bit of a longer episode, guys.
boarding area.
Hope you
If you would
enjoy.
like to browse the internet free
Sit
of
back,
charge,
relax, and
simply
enjoy
log on
the
to our
ride. I'll
onboard
try to make it
Wi-Fi
as smooth
network.
as possible.
If your battery
But
runs
as
out,
always,
no problem.
Clumsy bussing
Many of our seats
will
are
ensue
equipped with powerhouse
sooner or
residential
later. So
mounted
just
boarding. If you would like to book your next journey
set your
while you're on the
expectations
road,
straight, alright?
simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive
Good.
online discounts. For more information, simply visit flixbus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our service. Please use the questionnaire we send you by email to give us feedback about
Come on,
your
make
journey.
it, make it.
You can also
Beat the
use
red light.
this to share your suggestions,
That
ideas,
worked,
and
kind of.
requests. We are always ready to assist.
Let me see a yellow light go faster,
We can
right?
finally set off. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a relaxing journey and enjoy traveling with FlixBus.
There we go. Oh, look at that guy. Look at this guy. See? Right of way doesn't apply to these guys. Before I thought they did, but maybe not always. Maybe you get lucky sometimes. Maybe they don't respect the Neoplan Skyliner enough. To be honest though, I'm not really familiar with different coach manufacturers. MEN I'm pretty much familiar because they make trucks as well. And you guys know I'm into trucking. But with coaches, not really. So Neoplan is something new that I like. Even the comfort class, I don't know the brands, guys. So you let me know in the comments which ones are your favorite. Let's go and check out the different views here while we're waiting for traffic. I like the lights. The interior blue lights seem like something from a bar or a club. Hello? Wow. Longest traffic lights ever. Yeah, still good. Going right turn here. The turning isn't so bad. I mean, it looks like such a bulky coach, but it's not actually that bulky. The turning radius is not that bad. Even if the wheelbase is super long, like the distance from front axle to rear axle is super long. And it's mainly because of that rear steering axle. That one I showed you a while ago, that helps a lot with the steering. It makes the turning radius a lot sharper, I guess you can call it. It lessens the turning radius. So it results in a very nimble coach, given its size especially. No, don't go. Good thing there is no like traffic light penalty here. I don't think it's embedded in the game actually. I can go and beat the red light every single time and they wouldn't complain. They wouldn't penalize me at all, I think. And here we are again with a stop sign, as always. Are the engine sounds the same as the MANs? I really wish they... Oh, look at that. Actually, the mirrors are not symmetrical. Oh, it's time. If you look, the right side mirror is like in front and the left side mirror is right beside me, which makes sense. doesn't look completely it's not symmetrical, but it makes sense. Yeah, that one is there, that was its way in front, and because if you put it on the right side as well, then you'd have to like go look all the way there, which would be pretty inefficient. So that makes sense. I like that. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Someone commented in the video. Sorry, I forgot your name, but he said the game has huge potential. And let me make sure I'm not speeding here. Speed limit is 60, I think. I've seen. Let's go and look here. Speed limit is 100 now. Okay, good. We're going straight through here. Nice. Yeah, so he said the game has huge potential. It's just a shame that people aren't, I mean the modding isn't like ETS. Like it's not very moddable. Right now mods are supported in the Steam Workshop, but they're only paint jobs. Although I did hear that they announced it a bit a few ways back, like a few months back, that there's actually a, wait a minute, before anything else, this looks like a very beautiful interchange. Take a photo here because that looks so nice. Look at the guy at the back. Super impatient. So I'm going so slow. Yeah, we couldn't see the actual interchange, but that was like a clover leaf. Oh yeah, huge clover leaf interchange or junction. Yeah, so I remember that they announced the modding should be available, like map mods and other more detailed mods aside from paint jobs, like maybe sound mods. That would have been so awesome. I'm sure someone would put in like Krish Boom sounds or something, like make open pipe sounds. Not very realistic, I guess, but it would be fun to drive with a very loud engine, right? A very boomy engine. So I do hope that that gets implemented. Does anyone have any more news on that? Because I know they were planning to release the map mod, and I like the force feedback sensation in this. You can see the cracked roads. They're actually making the coach bounce up a little bit, just a tiny fraction, but I can feel everything. I can feel all of that in my wheel. That's some very nice implementation. I think in the Autobahns, the implementation of force feedback is spot on. Can I squeeze in, bro? Please let me through, thank you. The force feedback implementation in the Autobahns is spot on, but in the cities, it's non-existent usually. And it's very weird why. Okay, so this is the scenery we'll be going through. Not the Autobahn, but the smaller road. What do you call them anyway? And why do we have that like flickering lights? It's a bit weird. Something to do with the lighting. Maybe I should turn off my lights, huh? Yeah, there's no more flickering. So maybe I just keep them on like that one. Yeah, just the dashboard. It does look a bit dull though. It does look a bit dark. So let's turn them on again. Hope you're fine with the flickering. Just ignore it. Speed limit is 100, I guess. Yes, it's 100. We are doing 70. Okay, we're good. Yeah, not too fast because it's just a single lane road, and I don't want to lose control when we come over a curve. So yeah, the modding part, I'm not really sure when it will be released, but I've been waiting for that, because if I get pretty frustrated with the engine sound, for example, I can maybe look around, try to learn a bit, maybe use Krish Boom's sound engines or some engines from ETS2. Of course, I need to ask permission from the modders themselves to use it, but that might be a thing. But first, the modding feature has to be implemented before I can do anything. So I hope it does get worked out, and I hope I'm going through the right path here. Wait a minute. Okay, that's still orange because the road is too narrow. The line is too small. We can't actually, almost can't see the orange line anymore. But this is very nice scenery. All the green trees and the varying vegetation, varying flora. Yeah. Cool. Feels like summer. Or maybe spring. Yeah, spring is much better fit. Yeah, it is spring after all. Almost. Officially, is it spring? I guess you can call it like that. Good. Speed limit is 100 again. Good. That's what I'm looking for. So now we can speed up. Step on it. Although it seems like let's turn on the retarder. Actually, you know what? No, let me just. Yeah, okay. Slow down a bit. There we go, 70 in here. And yeah, traffic light is coming up. And looking at the GPS, I think we're going straight. Yes, we're going straight. Oh. The retarder was a bit too strong there. Slowed me down too much. Oh, don't go near. Because I'm not sure if you remember from previous episodes, we always break the safety limits. I think that's when I go too close to a car in front of me. So I'll try to keep my distance. That might have been too close already. I'll try to keep a bigger distance, especially in the highway. Yeah, you can. The engine sound is not the best. It's not my most favorite thing, to be honest, because I've grown spoiled with engine sounds from Krishboom and other modders from ETS2. Okay, we're turning left here. Okay, I almost missed that. Turn left, Autobahn towards Kassel. That's good. Oh, it's nice that they have a traffic light over here, so I can see it. Let's not go forward more because it'll block the view. Sounds like a truck. Looks like a truck. It is a truck. What truck is that? It's an MAN, looks like. Wow. This traffic light's pretty long. As always, beautiful graphics on this scale. Thank you. At least the AI is following traffic rules. Oh, I think I cut the corner a bit there, but that was a bit of a tight squeeze. I think that's acceptable. Right, let's get going. That's actually interesting. That one. I thought that was a rear view mirror, but then again I thought to myself, what exactly will you see there? You can't actually see the rear of the bus, but you can see the passengers, so that's more like a passenger view more than anything. Look at that. Did someone just go to the... No, it wasn't. I thought someone went to the washroom and we saw it. That was so realistic if that was true, but no, I don't think so. Can I turn on here? Turn on. Yeah, good. Alright, so you can see a fraction of the rear view. Like you can see some trees. Like there is a 1% view of the window at the back. That's why you can see some minute differences when you look at that mirror, but it's not for the scenery at all, for the outside. It's for inside mostly. For checking on your passengers, I guess. Speed limit is 100, and if you're wondering how I see that, I just look at the GPS on the lower right side. There's a very, 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 very small number in there, but you can see immediately if it's 3 digits or not. Well, maybe in YouTube you can't because it's a bit more blurred, but if I zoom there, yeah, that's 100. What speeds are we talking about here? Yeah, so you see how downhill of a road this is, yet if I let go of the accelerator, I lose speed. So that part of the physics is not yet implemented. I hope they put that in, because that's like also part of the core functionalities in a driving game. The physics has to be realistic. Oh, 60. Okay, let's keep it 60. Let me just turn on cruise control here. And if you're wondering how I see my speed, yeah, that's there. It's just blurred. Just a bit blurred because of anti-aliasing. I'm keeping it because it makes the overall picture look nice, even if it's less crisp. And this tunnel is nice. And there are actually sounds, tunnel-like sounds, like a bit echoey. Good. And I guess from here we can speed up. Yes, we can, after this sign at least. Now where is Kassel? Kassel should be... okay, this is not Kassel, this is a rest stop. Heiligen... that was a very long word. I had no chance at all pronouncing it. Only got to the first 2 syllables. Let's try again. Heiligen... yeah, you got it? That's the name of the stop, I guess. And this is so good. Yeah, the sound of the tires hitting the asphalt and bouncing, that's actually pretty good. But I'm not sure why they didn't make it the same level for the engine. Well, I guess it is much harder to record engine sounds and make it sound realistic versus tire sounds, but yeah, that's like one of the core things. But then again, if you're driving a coach like this where passengers are where you take passengers with you, I guess it shouldn't be too noisy, otherwise the passengers would complain. And it's a pretty modern coach, and modern vehicles more or less have pretty quiet engines now compared to before, at least. Oh, this looks so good, and this feels so good in the force feedback. Also, someone commented about the steering. Remember, I crashed a few times last episode. It was and it was because my steering, I was a bit not used to the steering of a coach. And someone commented that actually coaches in real life seem to have that kind of approach, that the steering, it requires a bit more steering for the more, how do you say, more dramatic angles. Like if you're just doing like minor adjustments, aligning yourself with the line, with your lane, then it's okay. I think this lane is cutting off. Let's move off here. If that's what the X means. If I misunderstood, let me know in the comments, right? But yeah, the lane isn't cutting off. That's weird. Or is it? It's not. Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. Alright. Let's move back here. So what was I saying? Of course I forgot. Of course I forgot the topic right before. Right, let me see here. Kassel is straight ahead. Is it now really? Okay, fine. Let's move off here. So I think that I was talking about the steering wheel, the steering. Yeah. So it is a very different sensation versus when driving trucks. Like in here, I don't know how to explain it quite well, but okay, let's slow down a bit here because it looks like we're turning off in that curve, that loop. Yeah, because when you're doing like minor adjustments in the wheel like this, steering minor angles, that's fine. But when you really want to turn, like what we're going to do now, it requires such a huge angle. Like it really requires you to turn your wheel at a very sharp angle, like so that the coach will recognize it. Otherwise you'd understeer. And it's a very different sensation versus when driving trucks in ETS. But after a while you get kind of used to it. So now I guess you could say I don't go out of my lane as much anymore. I hope. So I hope I've made the right adjustments now. I think my brain has gotten used to the coach steering. Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. It is a huge vehicle after all, with a pretty large wheelbase and everything. So it makes sense that it requires a lot more dramatic steering. to turn properly. But that kind of thing you only notice when you're in the autobahns. Okay, that lane is cutting off. The left lane though, but we're safe. If you look at the map though, the map is very well done, huh? Like the different elevations, that's so realistic in the minor curves. That's so good. Keeps the roads interesting. Like it's not just like a straight road, a straight flat road that ends somewhere. It's actually going in, how do you say, undulating? I think it's a term. Yeah, it makes it feel much more alive, and I think it's pretty realistic. They must have modeled it from the real thing. Like when there's a mountain, when there's a hill, when the road goes around the hill, then it curves, it goes up and down. It's beautiful, and that just improves the overall experience. I mean, I think the physics in general is pretty good. The only thing missing from my point of view is this one, yeah, the downhill speeding up, picking up speed because of gravity, momentum and whatnot. Unless coaches really have a sort of way to slow down when it's going downhill, which I'm not very confident about. I don't think so because trucks don't have it. I think there's a feature that you can turn on to automatically slow down, or at least keep the speed when you're going downhill. I guess that's available in modern coaches. Not really sure, but I mean, at least you would still have to turn it on. So I'm not sure. Like this one, this is downhill, but look at my speed, it's falling. So you can't actually just glide here, which means it's not a very eco-friendly not going to be an eco-friendly solution. There's no gliding at all. Okay, I just looked at my fuel. Fuel is not a problem. Nice. I think we're turning off here because this is Castle already. I like those arrow signs as well. Tells you which lanes are available and which ones are merging into which ones. Okay, we're in the right lane. I'm not going to signal anymore. So this one, for example, requires a huge steering in the wheel. If I was driving a truck, at least in ETS or ATS, it wouldn't require that much. But I'm not sure if in reality it does. This is actually pretty realistic. I like it. Eating like a huge steer, like so. Castle. Okay, we're turning off again in here. Next exit looks like, yeah, those arrows are essential when you have those kind of curves. Yeah, that one I get. Remember in the previous episode I was complaining about those inner aisles, so to speak. Yeah, it would be fine to have those aisles if there was a sign, if there were warning signs beforehand, way beforehand. I hope we're not late. Actually not sure. We'll see in a bit. Yeah, this is the disadvantage when you don't have that floating thing on the lower right. So we're not sure what time it is. I'm not sure. There is no clock here in the interior by default. Okay, we can turn right here. And we have arrived at Castle. Is it how you pronounce it, Castle? Just like the building, or is it Castle? I'm going to keep calling it Castle, right? Oh, maintain safety distance. Is that enough of a safety distance? Actually, the car at my back is way closer to me than I am in front of that van. So I guess that should be safe enough. But yeah, the engine sound it sounds like a bee. And if it's possible, when it becomes possible to change the engine sounds via modding, I will for sure investigate how that works. And I'll probably get in touch with a modder from TruckSim to see if they'll be amenable, if they're okay for me to use their sounds for a mod. I'm really looking forward to that day. Yeah, that is what's so nice about modding, because the developers for sure will not get everything 100%, and each person will have his own preference. He wants a louder engine, he wants a less traffic, he wants smarter AI, things like that. And each person will have his own preferences, but the developers will not be able to provide all of that. And how they can make that work is by allowing modding. By integrating modding into the design, into the game, they give the freedom to the respective players. And so they can customize it however they want. Everybody happy. It's a brilliant move. It's just, it hasn't gotten implemented yet. That's the only problem. Man, this is a very nice city. I really like how the map the map makers, the map modelers here in this game, they are so good. They are so good. I like it. The textures aren't the best. Like if you look closely at each specific building, you'll notice that the textures aren't really that high quality. But all in all, it looks pretty nice. Look at my lights there. I think that's like a shine, a reflection that's gone awry or something like that. Okay, stop is here. Not seeing it though. Should be somewhere here, I think. Is that us? Wait a minute. I think we should be going here. Yeah, here. Oh, okay, there it is. I see it. So I just go straight through, right? Wow, it's getting pretty laggy. I guess it must be all those poles. This building is pretty laggy. Stagecoach buses. That's because of the skin I enabled. There you go. Check in passengers. Yeah, sure. Some people will drop off here as well, I guess. Alright. Now to check, are we late or not? 12:55. Yes, we are late as usual. Because we should have left here 12:47. Rip. Take a break. No time for break. We're already late. Ooh, that's pretty laggy. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure why it's pretty laggy in here. Sorry guys. But yeah, you'll have to bear with me a bit. Let's open these guys. Open that. And some people got off. Yes.
Grüezi, hier ist mein Ticket. Danke.
Morgan. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Ich hoffe, ich bin hier richtig.
It's actually not Morgan anymore. Mittag. Guten Mittag.
Hier mein Ticket.
You guys taught me that. Good midday, basically.
Hallo? Hier, danke.
Hallo. Danke.
Hallo, fahren Sie in meine Richtung? Ciao.
Hallo. Ciao.
Salut. Fahren Sie in
Salut.
meine Richtung? Ach, Moment mal.
Aha.
Das ist ja gar nicht meine Richtung.
Intruder alert.
Sehr freundlich, aber ist schon okay. Ich nehme einen anderen Bus.
Oh, these guys are the ones which dropped off. Okay. Good. And you as well, I guess? Okay. Yeah. Right, so let me do a quick check. 5 people dropped off, 5 people went up. Okay, we're good. Yes, let's go. And look at that, we're actually... Oh, that's interesting. We need to take a rest of 15-minute rest. That's new. We haven't done that before. Let's start the ride. Okay, we announced to Central that we're going. Everybody good? Let's hurry because we're a bit late. Apologies for the late arrival of the bus. It was due to some unforeseen circumstances on the road in the driver's driving capability. Let's play the announcement.
Hallo und herzlich
And get
willkommen
going.
bei FlixBus. Wir freuen uns, dass ihr an Bord seid und wir gemeinsam unser heutiges Reiseziel ansteuern. Bevor wir richtig
My
in
bad.
Fahrt kommen, hier ein paar Hinweise.
That was a good one.
Auch bei uns im
Good
Bus
warning.
ist die gesetzliche Anschnallpflicht.
My bad. Woo. It's actually a pretty nice feature, huh? Quite realistic.
Angebot. Eine Toilette befindet
Right.
sich im hinteren
Close the
Einstiegsbereich.
door.
Wer kostenlos surfen will, wählt sich einfach in unser WLAN-Netz ein.
Okay, now we go. So about that, everybody.
Schaut doch mal auf unserer
Now we're good.
Facebook-Page vorbei. Unser Team freut sich riesig über eure Likes und Nachrichten. Sollte euer Akku zu Neige gehen, kein Problem. Viele unserer
how do we
Sitze
fit
sind
in
mit
here?
Steckdosen
1 sec, let's take it slow.
und entsprechend gekennzeichnet. So könnt ihr euer Smartphone die gesamte Fahrt
Pretty
nutzen.
interesting
Wenn ihr
intro
eure nächste
guy.
Fahrt auch gleich mobil buchen wollt, holt euch einfach unsere
Right,
App
we
und
merge into
profitiert von
here.
exklusiven
No bus there, right? Okay.
Auf FlixBus
Yeah, I'm not sure what's
stehen
happened.
täglich brandaktuell
Performance
alle
just
Infos
went
und
down the
Städteverbindungen für euch bereit. Natürlich wollen wir unseren
Yeah, it's a bit
Service
weird.
ständig weiter verbessern. Für Feedback zu eurer Fahrt
I hope it fixes
nutzt
itself.
bitte den Fragebogen, den wir euch per E-Mail zuschicken.
Because if I look at my system,
Aufmerksamkeit und wünschen eine entspannte
GPU,
Fahrt und viel Spaß
nothing is
an Bord
overloaded.
bei FlixBus.
it's like the game just forgot to
Hello
use up the
and
resources.
welcome to FlixBus. We're glad to have you on board and that we can get you to your favorite destination.
I hope it
today.
doesn't stay like this the entire
Before we set off,
road,
we would
or
like to
entire
share
route.
some information about the journey. The
If
wearing
it
of
does,
seatbelts is
we'll get used to it
compulsory
somehow.
on board the bus. Therefore, please keep your seatbelt fastened throughout
That motion
the
blur
entire
though.
journey. In the seat pocket in
That
front
motion
of you,
blur is
you will
intense.
find our information card containing further safety instructions.
I think something
and
went wrong.
details of our snacks and beverages. There's a
Strange.
restroom located in the rear boarding
When we
area.
entered that terminal,
If you
everything
would
just
like
went
to browse the
haywire.
internet free of
But
charge,
hopefully when we
simply
leave this
log
area,
on to
maybe
our
it will
onboard
get
Wi-Fi
better.
network.
Maybe
If
there's
you'd
too
like
much to
book
process in
out,
here.
No problem. Many of
Yeah,
our
let's get
seats
out of
are
the city and
equipped
hope
with
that
power
everything comes
outlets
back to
which are
normal.
marked accordingly. If you would like to book your next journey while you're on the road, simply download our app onto your smartphone so you can take advantage of our many exclusive online discounts. For more information, simply visit FlixBus.com or get in touch with us on Facebook. Of course, we're always striving to improve our
Let me see. Everything looks good here.
service. Please
Yeah,
use
but
the
in here,
questionnaire we send you
not
by
so
email
much.
to give us feedback about your journey. You can also use it to share your suggestions, ideas, and requests. We are always ready to assist. And now, we
Yeah, even outside it's laggy. That's super weird. It's like the game forgot to run forgot that it needs to run in 60 frames. Okay. But that's good. At least the announcement is done. Silver lining. We'll make it work. We have to reach our destination. So I'm not sure where we're planning to take a rest, but we'll check out the map the next opportunity we get. We have to turn left in here. Yeah, thank you. Perfect timing. Laggiest city in the whole map, I guess. I don't see why. I mean, there's not like there are more objects I can see here. Ooh, we almost hit that truck. Yeah, I'm not sure why, to be honest. Right. It's less playable, but I think it's not that bad. We'll get used to it. And I think I'm still hoping that it fixes itself when we leave this place. Oh, there you go. It's getting better now, actually. Little bit. Bit by bit. Yeah. Believe, guys, believe. Speed hump. Speed bump. Slow down. I hope that doesn't count against my score. I hope that doesn't count as a curve. Okay, things are getting better. Yeah, it seems like there are too many objects in the city. And too many traffic lights, definitely. Alright, so let's take a look at the map. It says Castle to Paderborn. Where do we take a rest? It doesn't actually say, huh? There is no rest in there. Oh, there is one here. But that's on the other side of the road, and I'm not sure if we can just go there. And that's a bit too close here already. Yeah, if you look at that one, 2 o'clock 2 o'clock should be resting 15 minutes, and then 2:40 should be resting. Should arrive. So 40 minutes after. Maybe it is that one. I'm not sure how this works. If you guys are familiar with this game mechanic, let me know, okay? It's quite alien to me right now. Hello and welcome to okay, there you go. Right, I'm looking at my side mirror to make sure that I'm not climbing any curbs whenever I turn like this, because the bus is quite huge and I never get used to the length of the bus. I can't do it just by looking in front. I have to look at my mirror all the time and check if the bus is coming close to the curb or not, and adjust accordingly. Not sure if you guys are able to manage that without looking, but I definitely cannot. Can I squeeze in? Thank you. Oh, don't come too close. Maybe that should be fine. Okay, frame rate is getting better. It's not still not the best, but it's getting much better. Yeah, it looks like that terminal is the culprit. There are too many objects in there. Maybe the number of buses. What does that sound like? That engine. €5. Is it only €5 to ride a FlixBus? It's pretty cool, huh? Man, and you get some nice sights along the way. Pretty interesting. Go for it. Don't let another red light get in the way. Go. Lane merging. Thank you. Alright. So where are we headed? We're headed to the right towards Dortmund. Autobahn towards Dortmund. I know, I should have looked better. I should have looked earlier there. We had a yield sign. But I was too excited to make up for lost time, which is not a very good way of driving, not a very safe way for driving. There you go. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to speed it up a lot, because a while ago we were too slow. Like it was when it was 100, we were driving at around 70. Now I'll make it a lot faster. I'll really go and floor it. I'll stay within speed limits. Yeah, interesting thing though is this bus seems to be pretty heavy, because I have my foot down on the floor and I'm barely accelerating. 85. Is that the top speed for this bus? Is there like a speed limiter here? Might be, huh? Might be. So maybe we can actually reach that. Oh, no, we can. We are reaching it. We're at 90 now. Okay, and good thing is performance is back. It's really just the city that was the culprit. Okay, we are moving too close on this side. My bad. So I'm paying close attention to the speed. Alright. Ooh, look at that. What was that? Like an oil spill or something. No speed limit. Very good. Now we're going to Paderborn, if I remember correctly. Paderborn is next exit. Okay, let's go here then. The next exit, which is in 500 meters. Right? Slow down a bit. Turn on the retarder. It's a bit too much though. Hanover and Paderborn. Looks like we entered a different state. Germany is made up of different states, right? It's a federal government, I learned from my colleague. So It's like the US in that regard, that they have different states, or how do they call it? I'm not sure if they call it states, but the names are not familiar to me. They're very hard to pronounce, but yeah, the same concept. And each state has its own set of laws. Although there are for sure some laws that are shared across all states, like federal laws, I guess you could call it. But each state has its own. That's why I remember, like when at work, sometimes it would be like a German holiday where everybody from Germany would be out, but sometimes it would be certain states only. Like certain states would announce certain dates as holidays and others would not. Like for example, certain Catholic events. It's quite interesting, and it's a bit interesting as well because my colleague is living in one state, but the office is in another state. So when the announcement comes for holidays, he follows the state where he's working at, not where he's living in. Which kind of makes sense. Although it also quite doesn't, because he's working from home always. So practically he should be following the state where he's living in because he was working from home. But technically he is an employee and he works at the office on the other state, so he follows the rules there. If that makes any sense. Yeah, it does get a bit confusing at times. But yeah, all in all, it's pretty cool. And yeah, he was telling stories about the different states and how they have like perceptions, just like in the US, I guess. How you have how you like some states and you don't like others. Usually you like your state more, and you'd be like pretty how do you say, pretty combative, pretty defensive about attacks against it. Okay, no speed limit here, so we can actually speed up to 100. That's nice. It's a bit hard though. I mean, pedal to the metal here, foot to the floor, and we're barely accelerating. We are getting there though. We're somewhere 80 plus, 85. Yeah, it seems like this bus has a hard time overcoming the 85 limit. Like it stays at 85 for maybe around a few seconds, 5 seconds, before it reaches 86 and then it goes up again. Maybe there's like a torque or a shift, a gear shift in there. It's not reaching that threshold before it comes up. I don't know why. We need to take a break. What's a thrombosis? How do we take a break actually? That's a good question. I thought that you could take a break in the gas station. You can take a break actually from her phone, take a break. There's an option. But I guess we'd need to stop at the gas station and not in the middle of the road, right? That must be pretty intense if we do that. But yeah, let's go and look for that gas station on the left side. I hope I don't miss it. Let me just double check. We are almost there actually. Yeah, right before we reach Paderborn. Yeah, let's try that. Hope I can turn left here. Might not be allowed, but just sneak in, I guess. Keep quiet, right?
Sollten wir nicht auch eine Pause machen?
Yes, we will, guys. Hold your horses. We're almost there. Actually, we are already in Paderborn, interestingly enough. But why haven't we reached the... Wait a minute. Have we gone past it? No, it's still there. Okay, so it is inside Paderborn. Alright, then it should be fine. There we go, that's the one. That's the one. I think you can stop anywhere. You can take a rest anywhere. But I think you get a bonus if you rest in one of these stops. If I remember correctly. Okay, let's go and take a break here. Yeah, people are complaining. Their butts are aching. Normally there would be like a parking slot here, but I'm not sure if all stops have that. Let's go and check. This is for a gas station. This is for refueling. Maybe we just go here. Yeah, I remember seeing like a parking slot, and there would be like you can actually rest there. But I guess for us today, just take like a bio break here. Simulate that. Turn off. Turn off the lights. Dude, we're already here. I mean, we're taking a break now. Okay. Take a break. Doors are required to be open and driver is required to exit the coach. Okay, got it. Alright, so let's do that. Everybody, bio break. Do what you have to do and get back here in 15 minutes, alright? Alright, good. There it is. 15 minutes. Just standing around here, looking at the view. Well, that's interesting. Check passengers. That's something new. Ah, okay, cool. So we have to make sure that everybody is here. Jennifer Zeller, Mert Aman. Okay, 4 out of 13. That's really nice. I like that. I didn't expect that at all. Okay, Kim Appel is here. Nikolai Hinz. Alexander Enders or something. Mylene Kramer. Mirai Volkmann. Cornelius Scherer. AC too cold. Is there no heating? Wow, you guys complain a lot, huh? Maybe I shouldn't have turned off my... Oh, someone is in the best seat in the house. I missed one. Where are you? Oh, there. Leona Kraus. Good. Alright, good. Alright, checked. And we are off to Paderborn Busbahnhof, right around the corner. Okay, let's get going. Air conditioning is now on. People should not be complaining anymore. Let's close the doors and finish the journey. Right?
Könnten Sie bitte etwas heizen?
Really? Are you sure? AC too cold? It says 22.5. No. Just to give it a bit of time. It's still warming up. I really like this, the reverse camera. You can see there. It's pretty cool, huh? Okay. I hope I don't hit anything. Right. Should that be enough? Oh. Seems to be the edge. Okay, let's go. Should be enough. Okay. Nice. Alright. Anyone here? No? Good. Alright. Time for the last part of the trip. I like that feature. The checking in feature, the taking a break and checking in, that's very, very good. I didn't know that existed in the game. I remember it was a bit finicky before. I remember it wasn't so perfect before, that feature, but it looks like they made that so polished now. I like that. You have to check the passengers that they're all there. I wonder if there's an instance where someone's missing. I guess not. That would be pretty chaotic. That would be a disaster. Although, that actually happened to us. One time we took this coach from Singapore to Malaysia. It took around 6 hours. And in between you take breaks. And during the break... Oh yeah, I remember. The engine hasn't actually turned off. Maybe I shouldn't have turned it off. Yeah, that's true. I remembered... I think we went through immigration. So we went down the bus. We passed through immigration and then we climbed back in. And then when we climbed back in, one person was missing. Like their stuff was still there, but they couldn't be found. We waited. We were the last bus to leave the place because we were waiting for that person. Or actually... a couple of people, I guess, 3 people I think, and they were just gone. And then our guy was worried. He called a couple of people, and it turned out that those 3 people, they actually rode a different bus. I'm not sure how they decided to ride another bus. Maybe they thought they were left behind, and they said they requested from the other driver to take them there. But thankfully, those drivers got in touch with each other, and they decided to stop over at the gas station and bring back those 3 passengers to the right bus. But yeah, it caused a lot of delays, and we were very stressed because we were really like just cutting it close to a flight. Like we were going to Malaysia via coach, and then we were taking a plane from Malaysia to the Philippines because it was cheaper than taking a plane from Singapore to Philippines. But yeah, that was pretty stressful. Okay guys, let's go already, leave those people. But yeah, that's how it went. Thankfully no one got lost in the end, and we didn't get late. We weren't late in the end. We were just in time, so everybody happy. It was just a memorable experience. So all in all, it ended out good. Right, on to our last few turns in this trip. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And that flickering is really bothering me though. There's this truck. Yeah, I have a blind side here on the left. I guess it's all these lines from the windows. I think a while ago when someone hit me, to be more accurate, it might have been that. Might have been in my blind spot. We are here, everyone. Thank you. Are you late? I'm not sure. Let me double check. Yes, we are late. 52, yeah. 12 minutes late. Dang it. That's fine. Let's go back in, open the doors, and go back out. Okay, good. Everybody's waiting for their baggage. Alright. Wow. We have an acrobat in the house. She actually pushed the trash bin down. The recycling bin down. Wow. What a rebel. Okay, good. But anyway, yes, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Oh, she fell. Oh, it's gone. What happened there? Interesting. Okay, alright. Leave it be. This is where you buy tickets. I saw this in Frankfurt. I was so confused. Actually, even my German colleague was confused. We weren't able to buy a proper ticket, so we just asked the driver how to do it. Imagine that, even the local getting confused. Right, wait a minute. Let me take a screenshot here. This actually looks pretty nice. Oh, there's a help text there. Go into the bus. But anyway, alright. Let's log out first and check out the score before we say goodbye, right? There you go. 647 XP. I remembered previously we got only 300 or 400, so this was a huge change. All the people transported, no invalid tickets, all stops were completed. We got full contact with Central, no refueling, did not run out of fuel, drove 323 kilometers. Oh crap, yeah, no plus on schedule. Resting quality -10. Yeah, I guess that's where you have to stop in like real stopping areas, resting areas. I'm not sure how you find those. Let me know in the comments if you're familiar how that's done. Scheduled arrival, no scheduled departure. Good thing they don't subtract those if you're late so much. Maybe it's a common thing. Everything is perfect except for air conditioning, 94%. We lost 1 point there, but that's fine. Traffic rules were good. We got into an accident, but that was the fault of the guy who didn't follow the right-of-way signs. Everything else is perfect, 100% driving time. I like that. Radar control. Driving behavior. Okay, we still have 2 safety distances broken, but that's been lessened, so I guess we are doing it better. 98.7, that's very good. Didn't get any plus there though. Speeding limits maintained. Okay, 99%. So at some points we reach like a speed limit sign and I'm still a bit over, but that's no big deal. Good. Alright, I'm happy. Anyway, we leave it there for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Let me know what you think. And let me know which bus you want to take for the next episode, okay? Anyway, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Clumsy signing off. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, comment, and share with your friends. Thanks. Bye. See you in the next one.